How to boost employee happiness without spending any money. Bonuses and perks might make people happier in the short term, but they don't solve the underlying problem, the basic fundamental problem. Here's what does. Here's what does what? Here's what makes people happier. You know the saying, money cannot buy happiness. You can get it, but startup founders and CEOs still don't understand, still don't seem to understand. When CEOs find out that their employees are unhappy, they throw money at the problem. They tried to buy better furniture, to give fat bonuses. These tactics may help in the short term, like caffeine boost, but they don't solve the underlying problem. You don't need sleek new computers and hundreds of swagged out items to make your employees happy. In fact, let's see, swagged out. It's um, really expensive and high end, expensive, fancy. You don't need sleek. Sleek is like new and modern. You don't need sleek new computers and hundreds of swagged out items to make your employees happy. In fact, when I started my company, all we had were some cheap IKEA desks, and I had to ask everyone to bring their own computers. But even back then, I had everything I needed to keep my team happy, and we're still going strong today. Here are 6 things you can do to give your team, for free, to achieve a genuine happiness in your office. Let me repeat that again. Here are 6 things that you can give your own team in order to achieve genuine happiness in your office. The first one, freedom to set and achieve their own goals. Don't you love the feeling of ownership? That moment when you can point to something swelling with pride, something growing inside you with pride, and say that I did that. So do your employees. Give them ownership over projects from inception all the way to completion. Set goals, both quarterly ones and small 3-year plans. Tell your team what needs to be accomplished and when. Here's the kicker. Here's the main point. Let them figure out how to get there. Don't nitpick. Don't hover. Remember, you decided this person was a good fit for your team and mission. Set a destination and trust her to find the path. So don't nitpick. Don't don't worry about small details. Don't keep trying to manage every little thing. Next, clarity and purpose. People deliver better results when they have a clear idea of what's expected of them. They're happier when they feel their work is part of a greater picture. A Gallup poll, a survey, found that only half people are clear of what's expected of them at work. Only half. If that's the case in your office, fix it now. Jim Harter, Gallup's chief scientist of workplace management, said, "It comes down to showing people how their work and contributions impact the success of the entire firm." Disengagement starts with having a confusing job. So disengagement means you're not involved, you don't really care about, you're not involved in something. So disengagement starts with having a confusing job. To avoid that confusion and subsequent disengagement, have a definitive mission. Ours is that everyone should have access to a convenient, effective, and enjoyable way to learn. My team knows this by heart, and I often remind them of their role within that mission. Next, opportunities to tackle new challenges. and grow. It's on our management. It's on our management to help employees identify and take on projects that will help them grow. So it's on management. What does that mean? It means it's the responsibility of management to help employees identify and take on, okay, to accept projects that will help them grow. Challenge your employees to work outside their comfort zone. So to work outside your comfort zone, to do things that you're not really comfortable with, do things that you don't know everything about. Take a little bit of a risk. Work outside your comfort zone, even outside their job descriptions. For example, our graphic designer Mark recently played an integral and important role in selecting a design and development agent for our site redesign. It's a job he never thought he'd have, but it helped him grow within the company and his own role. Autonomy is great, but if you're owning the same projects over and over again, you get bored. Boredom is just another way to disengagement. Remember, disengagement means you're not interested in what you're doing. It's not important what you're doing. You're not involved in what you're doing. Next, mentor and support. Take a moment to accept the fact that you're not perfect and neither are your employees. Everyone is going to make mistakes, and that's okay. That's why a feeling of support is crucial for employee happiness. CEOs and managers should not only help set goals, but should also listen to employees, offer advice, lend a hand, and act as coaches to help them finish each project. A place to share ideas and even complain. No, really, set up an office platforms where your team can suggest ideas and share their thoughts. All of them, all the thoughts, good and bad. At Magoosh, we use Asana to keep track of, to follow, to record, to pay attention to, keep track of current projects. There, anyone is welcome, regardless of level or department, to suggest new projects and to join in on conversations happening all over the office. We also use Tiny Pulse, an autonomous feedback app, to collect weekly happiness pulse. Tiny Pulse. What is it? It's a feedback app. It's an app that gives you information about what people are thinking or feeling. So Tiny Pulse is an app that they use to collect a weekly happiness pulse. If someone is unhappy or she can't speak about it without being identified. If someone is unhappy, he or she can speak about it without being identified. Then it's on the leadership to address it. So then it's on. There we are again. Then it's on. It's a responsibility for the leadership to address the issue, to deal with the issue. Don't make your employees talk into the wind. Don't make your employees talk into the wind. In other words, don't make them talk for nothing. Make real changes based on feedback. Last, a team they can rely on. Hire carefully. Fill your team with people who you can trust not only to carry forward your vision, but also to work well with others. You want your employees to feel confident that they could trust their own projects with any member of the team. In building your company, remember, you're also deciding whom your team members collaborate with. So make wise choices. Your team will be happier for it.